Imagine you're deep in the woods, all alone, and suddenly you start hearing creepy footsteps. This is just one of the chilling stories that'll make you think twice before camping solo in the forest. The How to Hand channel, known for sharing outdoor life tips and encouraging people to explore nature, posted a terrifying video in January 2022.
Assustador foi
It
publicado no
shows a group
canal,
of teens
mostrando
who
grupo de
encounter
adolescentes que se
unsettling
deparam com
sounds
sons
coming from the
perturbadores
forest
vindo
that
da
they'll never
floresta.
forget.
Hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light. Fuck. Hey! That was not an elk. Where's that coming from?
When you're out in the woods at night, it's easy to mistake certain animal sounds for human screams. Foxes, coyotes, and bobcats, for example, make noises that can sound like yelling. But in this case, I don't know of any animal that makes such a strange noise, especially considering the force of the knocks against the trees. Moose, for instance, will rub their antlers on trees, but the sound isn't nearly as loud or scary. In the comments of the video, many people said the sounds seemed like human screams, and that it could have been someone yelling in the woods at night, which would be pretty creepy. But personally, I don't think it was a person.
Hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light. Hey! That was not an elk. Where's that coming from? Get my keys. Oh, get ready. Everybody, get in my truck!
The artist ventured out, searching for inspiration, with no contract in sight, just moving forward. You, standing there, as if dodging a challenge, while insomnia takes its toll. The fear creeps in, and suddenly, you realize how unsettling it all is. This YouTuber captured the most terrifying sound ever recorded of Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch. The eerie audio was recorded on July 8, 2012, in the mountains near Clipper Mills, California. According to him, everything in the video happened exactly as shown, and he claims it's 100% real. The experience lasted over 20 minutes, but was edited down to 15 minutes to meet YouTube's requirements. Your dog stares anxiously at the forest, fearing the creature growling so loudly in the woods.
It's crazy.
Not a bear.
Yeah. That's no dog.
It's a bear.
I think he's a bear. I don't think so. They don't call that much.
I watched a video from start to finish, and it's honestly terrifying. If I were in his place, I'd be scared to death too.
How many Sasquatches do they have in this area?
Peanut, what is that? He's hearing a little.
JC, you want to go to cab with me?
The sounds of those you love truly unsettling. As time passes, the eerie howls, barks, and strange growls only grow louder. Now, imagine camping deep in the woods with your wife and your dog when suddenly you hear these chilling noises all around you. What would you do? The YouTuber from the German Wild channel posts videos of camping deep in the forests of Brazil, where all kinds of dangerous predators lurk. Besides the usual wildlife already risky enough, there's also the chance of encountering ill-intentioned people. On top of that, venomous snakes and all sorts of spiders are everywhere.
Ó, cana aí, ó, pra quem nunca viu. Ó.
In this particular video, he starts hearing a deep, guttural growl from an unseen animal in the dense forest, a terrifying roar that would send chills down anyone's spine. There are countless stories of people being attacked by wild animals. Jaguars and other fierce predators are common in these regions, and there's no doubt they're incredibly aggressive and dangerous. But even more unsettling are the unknown creatures lurking in the darkest depths of the forest. What would you do if you were in his place? Let us know in the comments. The John Black channel posted this video in August 2015. He describes hiking the trail for several hours, mentioning that he felt an eerie, threatening presence, something he hadn't experienced in the last 30 hours he had spent there. Originally, he planned to stay in the forest for another night, but deep down, he knew it wouldn't be a good idea.
Alright. I was planning on spending another night here. But I've had an overwhelming sense of something that I can't really explain. My intuition tells me that I need to leave.
A strong feeling that it was time to leave took over him. He claims he had a powerful intuition that someone or something was following and watching him.
I've been sensing threatening sensations, like I was being stalked, and I was completely ready to be here another night, which is very disappointing. But I follow my intuition. Anytime I don't.
During his hike, he emphasizes the importance of listening to our instincts. He heard unusual sounds, noises that aren't common in the forest. Strange rustling in the trees, eerie sounds that, according to him, are almost impossible to describe.
I really regret it. And I honestly have never felt this before. I've heard unusual sounds. Just sounds that that I haven't heard over the past, 30 hours since I've been here.
He began to panic, so he recorded the audio as he walked, trying to keep calm. He also did it as a precaution in case something bad happened.
All right. There's a air is thin up here.
Finally, he made it out of the forest, certain that someone had been watching him and that something terrible could have happened if he had stayed any longer. What would you have done if you were in his shoes? Daniel O'Neill is a British YouTuber with nearly 10 years of experience on the platform. He posts videos about stealth camping and wilderness camping in different locations across the UK. Most of his channel is dedicated to reviewing camping gear and documenting his adventures, while the majority of his videos are calm and uneventful. On August 18th, 2023, he uploaded a disturbing video. In this one, he was searching for a spot to camp near his home, and the footage is quite unsettling. The first part of the video mainly shows Daniel walking through the forest, chatting with his subscribers, eating fruits, and pointing out things along the way to his campsite. About 20 minutes into his walk, he finally finds a clearing and decides to set up camp there. Leaning against a tree, he prepares his pasta and coffee while continuing to record. It's only around the 25-minute mark that things start to take a disturbing turn for Daniel.
As well. And rain camping is really good. Is that a badger? Hello?
Despite hearing footsteps that sound eerily like a human following him, Daniel turns around but finds no one there. What's even more unsettling is that when he calls out, "Hello," the footsteps stop abruptly. He sits down to compose himself, drinking his coffee and eating his pasta, but as the sun sets, things only get creepier.
Put some water in like that.
Man, the mysterious footsteps return around the 40-minute mark, but this time they seem much closer to Daniel.
There's that noise again now. Hello?
He starts to get worried and stands up, looking around to see who or what might be walking nearby in the woods.
You got a bit of that. There's nobody here. And it sounds like someone's just walking around.
While most people would have run in that situation, Daniel decides to stay seated and finish his meal, trying to stay calm. A few minutes later, it seems like he's forgotten about the footsteps and is able to focus on his dinner. However, as darkness sets in, the footsteps start again, this time much closer. He begins to get seriously scared and isn't sure if he can stay there any longer.
But I'm leaving this spot.
like now.
After the third time hearing strange noises, with his nerves at their peak, Daniel decides to leave and find a safer place to spend the night. It's hard to determine what was making those sounds, but they sounded very much like human footsteps, raising the possibility that Daniel was being watched by someone who might have had ill intentions. This is incredibly risky, as you can't trust anyone's intentions when you're vulnerable and alone in unfamiliar territory. Some suggested it could have been an animal moving through the grass, but Daniel mentioned hearing a dry sound, and comments pointed out that no animal moves with such consistency and changing rhythm. It was a smart move for Daniel to leave. Who knows what could have happened to him in that forest at night? Do you think it was a ghost walking near him, or was it a human with bad intentions? Daniel believes it was a ghostly presence, because there was no explanation for the footsteps being so close and no one in sight. What do you think?